thought that was kind of cool that, like, a lot of people get frustrated with, like, why won't you accept my friend request? It's like, you can't accept everybody's. But at the end of the day, if you look at my actual list of friends, they all started out in the same spot as you. You know? So, like, it's not exactly like I don't give people chances to, you know what I mean? Like, Holy Hand Grenade, fucking fanboy. I told people I was looking for people to play MW2 with, and fucking, I think I was kind of interested in sniping at the time, and so he sent me this YouTube PM lying his fucking ass off to try to get my attention and shit. And it worked. I added him and started playing with him, and ended up being pretty fun, you know, overall. And so that just, yeah. Alright, so we're about into the midsummer of 2010. And funny enough, that's when Medal of Honor, I think, had its first beta, which was a freaking disaster of a clusterfuck, which I did not like. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I continued playing Modern Warfare 2 for most of the summer, really. When late July hit, StarCraft 2 released, and I bought that. And that has been a game that was well worth the price tag, especially if you consider what it's sort of led to. Like, sure, I'm still a mediocre StarCraft 2 player, but here's the thing. Stoneface and I knew of each other, and we knew of each other's channels and stuff, but we didn't really talk on any sort of direct level other than, say, comments and stuff. But back when StarCraft 2 released, Stone and I were one of the few people that seemed like from the YouTube scene that were in FPS stuff that actually bought StarCraft 2. So with that in mind, him and I actually started hooking up to go play StarCraft 2. We never really played Bad Company 2 together until after we played StarCraft 2 together. So if you really look, the fact that he and I both bought StarCraft 2 and it eventually led to me being invited to join D-Crew, which was, I think, the start of our friendship whenever we just got to know each other on a more personal basis, with me and him playing in Impact and Adaptable Futon and Holy Hand Grenade and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. StarCraft got a decent chunk of my time, but I was still mainly using Modern Warfare 2 as my primary FPS at the time. And then as the fall started to set in, I did start to shift slowly back towards Bad Company 2, playing some more with the D-Crew guys and Colin and Stone and Jay and Hobo and meeting everyone there. Because, yeah, that was basically the transition into the fall time. The fall period is when I started playing with Stone and the crew more often, and we started getting along, and lo and behold, they asked me to join, which fucking dumbfounded me. I'm like, but why? You guys are good. Like, everybody in D-Crew's good. Wait, what? Why do you want me? And so I think I asked Stone for a day or so to think about it, because I wanted to make sure I was making the right choice. I wanted to make sure, you know, everything was good and copacetic and everything. And I remember one of my friends at the time, we don't really talk much anymore, I don't know if he was jealous or he was... I almost want to say he... I don't know. Like, I hate to speak for him, but this is what I thought based on, you know... His concern was, well, D-Crew only wants you because they want you to use your subscriber base to help them. And I don't think he realized it at the time. Maybe I didn't even realize it at the time, that that really hurt me. That hurt me a lot to hear somebody that I gamed with him basically every night, damn near every night for a couple hours playing Modern Warfare 2 and Bad Company 2 and shit. And to have what I thought was such a good friend basically say behind my back that they were only asking me so that way they could use my subscriber base to further their own. That stung a lot. I mean, some of you guys know already that I have anxiety issues, you know, self-confidence issues, that I'm not good enough, that people won't like me, or people won't like my content and shit. And it was just like, hey, these guys want me to be a part of something that I think's pretty cool, and it's not because, like, to hear him turn around and say, well, it's just because they want your subscribers, to indirectly, that slapped me right across the face as they don't want you, they want your sub count. They don't like playing with you. They don't think you're good enough to join them. They just want you to help them on YouTube. And it's just like, wow. So you yourself don't think I'm good enough to be a part of them. And that fucking stung. That basically led to the end of our friendship as it was. And I never really, I don't know, I didn't think it was worth arguing over because it just fucking hurt a lot. And so I moved on into a different direction. I guess our friendship continued for a little bit longer, on through the fall and into the release of Black Ops, but a little bit later it's just, I can't get past it. I can't put it out of my mind and shit. Especially when it was said like that, when at the time I was doing everything I could to help him on YouTube. You know what I mean? And just, maybe it caught me on a bad day. Maybe I was having a bigger moment of insecurity than I should have been, but I was just, no, that's not cool. That's not cool whatsoever. So, into the fall of 2010, I was invited into D-Crew. Black Ops was soon to be released. I think this would have been late October, early November. Of course, early November for Black Ops release, but I'm trying to remember the exact timing for D-Crew, I think it's roughly around there. And Black Ops released. At that point, I was tired of Bad Company 2. I don't know. I just, maybe I have gaming ADD, but I think everybody does when it comes to playing. If you play a game so much, you're eager to try out a new game and everything. So Black Ops released, and I dig it. A lot of people will rage about it. No, the fucking FAMAS, it's so bullshit. The AK-74U, Ghost Pro bitches, fuck off, man. No game will ever be balanced. If you think Battlefield 3 is going to be perfectly balanced, you're fucking kidding yourselves. If you think Bad Company 2 as is perfectly balanced, you're kidding yourselves. There's always going to be something that you're not going to like. There will be no perfect game for everybody. It just will not happen. So Black Ops released. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I still maintain it's my second favorite behind Call of Duty 4. The primary reason I play it less is because it feels like I've been playing the same Call of Duty game for 4 years. It just gets an expansion every year that just tweaks the graphics and the gun pack. That's why I don't play Black Ops as much as I do as I would have. It's not that I can't stand Ghost or the FAMAS or the fucking any gun. It feels like I've been playing that game for a very long time and I'm ready for something new. Luckily, Battlefield 3 Alpha, at least, is completely new. Maybe a little too so. But, yeah, so I got into Black Ops and stuff, and I had an idea for a new, I decided to try and go back to the well, and I at the time, Machinima sent an email out saying they were looking for people to do their weekly shows and stuff, and so I'm like, I used to do weapon reviews, and Black Ops is going to have weapons. Duh. Maybe I could review the weapons of Black Ops, because people were going to be interested in it. So I thought that'd be cool. Put together my pilot episode, so to speak, using Bad Company 2 footage and the weapon there, and I sent it off to the powers that be, and they freaking loved it. I was like, wow, they want this. They really like it. And so the briefing room was born. And this probably has been responsible for the biggest chunk of my subscriber growth over the last half year or so. In that, whenever a new game releases, people want to know about the guns. They want to know details. And so that really kept me going through the most of the fall and the winter of 2010. Just putting out briefing room episodes and going over some Black Ops stuff with... I posted a video on route running techniques for Capture the Flag and Black Ops and stuff, which people really dug. I really wanted to continue that, but I don't like Capture the Flag in Black Ops. I prefer the MW2 version. It just feels too, I don't know, cold and boring, I guess, when it comes to the Black Ops version, where 3 caps and around switches and stuff, and just I don't like it. Some people do, of course. I'm just not one of them, so to each their own and everything, you know. Did some series on how to defend like pivotal flags and domination, usually the Bravo flag, and good spots to defend it from, and how to do it and stuff like that, which people were well received. So I continued making some Black Ops stuff and picking up subscribers, but then that divide between my channel subscriber base was growing at this point. I had my Battlefield people that refused to watch my Black Ops footage. I had my Black Ops people that refused to watch my Battlefield stuff. And, it just... So that divide was growing bigger and bigger. And then came... that was most evident when Call of Duty Vietnam released in December. No, the Battlefield expansion Vietnam released. And I bought that. And I posted up Vietnam footage, of course, and the Black Ops people raged about that, and the Bad Company people were happy. Like, why? Thank you. You came back. You didn't abandon us. Like, shut up. Can a guy post whatever he wants? But yeah, that became a mess, and it just became very, very clear that, the divide was really there. And I think it frustrated me for a while because it felt like I couldn't win no matter what I posted. If I posted one thing, I'd be pissing off other people. You know, it snowballs. It really does. But luckily now I'm at a point where I just don't care. I'm going to post what I enjoy. Get back to the basics, and try to ignore the negative comments, because at the end of the day, there's more positive comments than negative comments. But it's the fucking negative ones that your mind focuses on. It's so much easier to focus on a negative comment than it is to focus on an awesome comment. And with the proddings and smacks of Athena, I have been trying to focus on those much more lately and things like that. So to my awesome subscribers, the subscribers that actually are interested in me, what I think, no matter what the game venue, you guys fucking rock. You are my favorites. To know that some of you out there are just interested in what I have to say, what I think, what I'm doing, instead of what game is in the backdrop, you guys are amazing. Love you all. The guys that are picky and only want to date me depending on what outfit I'm wearing, you guys are evil. You're kind of mean. I only like you sometimes. But we can continue on from there. And, so come the new year, I'm still kind of posting and playing both Bad Company 2 and Black Ops. But as it continues on, I start posting less and less as we get into, say, February and March, as I make my travel trip up to Canada and stuff like that to spend some more time up in Edmonton. And I post a little less because I'm doing other things and having more fun. And, that's probably the dark period of my channel. I don't care who you are on YouTube. If you don't post enough, your channel's just going to slowly stagnate and die. So, I guess in February, I think, is when Machinima offered my partnership, which is kind of cool. But it's, I don't know. Overall, I think I like that my personal channel was partnered. That what I post on my own channel can help me out as well for entertainment-wise. It's not just what I send to Machinima Respawn. But I think that's had some adverse effects too. For example, now we're told we're not supposed to post videos that have music in them that's copywritten, even if we don't run ads on it. We're supposed to keep it away because our channel's partnering and it represents blah, 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 blah. And it's supposed to be held to these standards. And so, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but I really like putting little clips together with music. I'm not talking like montage edits and shit. But those of you that were with me in the winter of, say, 2010 and shit, I had a lot of fun just doing nice little clips and pairing them with a song I thought fit the clip. I had so much fun doing that. But as a partner, I really can't, or I'm not supposed to anyway. So, it's a caught between a rock and a hard place. And so some people say to make a second channel, but if you make a second channel, it's never really this, there'll be what? 1/10 of your actual sub base will subscribe to it and watch it. So it's like, what's the point? Why go through the effort of, you know what I mean? So that's something I miss. And then I think the adverse effect would be the videos that you see on Machinima Respawn, that as these bigger guys, the more entertaining ones, the ones that people like to watch much more than me, got their own partnerships on their channels. They really stopped sending videos to Respawn, so I personally think the quality on Machinima Respawn suffered there for a while when they were just uploading any old thing, because their top draws, so to speak, weren't really sending much there, except maybe once a month, and that was just to promote more people to their channels, so that way they can continue making easier money on their own channels, you know. But Machinima has sort of filtered that out and has gone into a different direction with less frequent uploads and things like that, so the quality does seem good. And when I say the quality suffers, I mean, hey, maybe my stuff shouldn't be on Respawn either, you know. Maybe my briefing room isn't good. I think in every episode I ever post, apparently I'm just copying Xbox Ahoy, even though I've been posting weapon reviews for my entire YouTube career, so to speak. So I don't know. So yeah, maybe the briefing room shouldn't be on Respawn either, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to think it benefits people. I'd like to think people enjoy what I actually have to put up there and stuff, but you never really know, do you? Let's see. This would be about March, and I believe it was March when Crysis 2 released, and I was really looking forward to that game. My biggest disappointment about that game is that the D-Crew split on it. Some of us bought it for PC, 2 of us bought it for Xbox, and so Crysis 2 was a game that I really enjoyed. So far it has the most depth of any FPS game I've ever played. The hitbox is phenomenal. If Battlefield 3 has a hitbox that is half as complex as Crysis 2, I will cream my pants. But whether or not they will, I don't really know. Yeah, so we're not going to talk about speculation stuff there. But Lazy Boy and I think Holy, and I think Phoenix rented it for a little bit, and who else? Did Panda have it? No, Crowd I think had it. But we played that for about, not even maybe 3 weeks before we kind of stopped playing that, and then Brink was the next big one on the rise, and God, did that ever bomb horribly. But I just kind of kept trying to plod along, you know, keeping my content, I don't know, trying to upload more that people wanted to see. But it becomes such a weird guessing game of trying to figure out what people want to see and what it is you want to post. Because those two things are not always the same. They're really not. Something I hold back from posting is StarCraft 2 stuff. To me personally, I love it. The game is amazing. I wish I was better at it. I wish I'm better at any game anymore. But at the end of the day, most of my channel doesn't want to see it. So why go through a couple hours on a video when so few people are going to want to pay attention to that video? It makes it seem like, I don't know, the reward. I shouldn't have said reward, because now they're gonna go, you only do it for the money? Fuck no. If you knew how little I made, you would laugh. I don't think we're allowed to disclose how much we make, otherwise I'd tell you just to make you laugh right now. But the reward for me is the comments. For the first day of any video going up, I'm usually pretty active on the comments. I usually read all of them, and I try to reply to the ones that I think are good, or like good questions or comments or whatever that they have. And you guys know me. 9 times out of 10, if you leave a good comment or a question on the first day of a video, I'm probably going to reply to it, you know? And that just doesn't exist when I post a StarCraft 2 video. It's just like, first, losers below me are retarded, stuff like that, blah, 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 first, blah, blah. And it's just like, so it's like, really? Alright, because to me, whenever I post a video, it's like each video is a mini chance to get to interact with you guys, to read the comments, to respond, to see what you guys think, to get feedback, to, I look forward to that. And I always take note on what video types or what things deny me that chance to talk to you guys, to have you guys give input. I mean, to me, there's different kinds of comments. Like, there's the fucking retarded, useless ones. Like, just random fucking gibberish you guys type or whatever. But, like, the longer ones, the ones that have more thought put into them, the ones that ask questions, that create an interesting conversation. Like, I don't need you guys to kiss my ass. But the best thing you guys can do is to voice your own opinion in an intelligent way. Like, I don't need you guys to agree with everything I say just because I freaking said it. I do not need that, do not want that, will not have that. But if you can reply in a well thought out way that disagrees with me or points out your side of the thing or your point of view, freaking awesome. I love it. You know, and if videos don't get that type of stuff, then I probably aren't going to post them. You know, I mean, it's just like, why? Like, there's no payoff, and oh god, payoff, shit. That is not to say, oh my god, it's such bad terminology. That does not equal payoff money wise. I mean payoff for the reward of getting to see what you guys think. Like, maybe I put too much stock in the comments. You know, maybe they're useless. Maybe I should take the CNN's approach and just never reply to any comments ever, and never read them, never do anything to them. They're just there. That's how a lot of people. That's how a lot of the big guys are. They don't read them. They don't care. They don't reply to them. You know, there's tons of people with 4 times, 5 times, 6 times my subscriber counts that could not give a flying fuck what the comments actually say. They just like them there because more comments equals more views, because they'll start flame wars in the comments, and that means people will come back to reply and they'll get another video view, and you know, so like maybe I put too much stock in them. You know, maybe I'm the idiot for treating them as something more than what other people do. I can only assume you guys like when the publisher of the video you're watching replies to you, but that's just my guess anyway. Okay, so where was I? I guess that really kind of catches us up close to where we are now. I have passed 2 million total upload views, which is fucking crazy to me that my 200 plus videos, whatever, have amassed over 2 million views on my own channel, not counting like Respawn and stuff. That's like, I know people make that in a freaking week with some of the mega channels and stuff, you know. Like the White Boys and the X-Jaws are like fucking, they have a bad week if they don't break a few million views or whatever. But to me, that's special. That still means something to me. That's still such a cool milestone to me. And coupling that with hitting 20,000 subscribers, which I mean, when I started, I didn't think I'd ever hit 100 or I'd hit 50 or anything. So like, this has all just been, it's been kind of crazy, you know. I'm always trying to think of what I can do better to bring you guys better content, to give you guys the content you enjoy, the content you deserve, the content that's not just a filler video, that's not just a video that somebody puts out just because they need to put out a video to keep up with their usually weekly earnings or whatever from their fucking channel, you know. Like, I have all these ideas in my head, but at the end of the day, I lack a lot of the technical aspects to execute them properly. So I need to continue to think of what to try to play to my strength, so to speak. Now, I thought about trying to incorporate my writing passion into these videos somehow, but then it was like, well, then they might feel scripted. But then if you look at like Xbox Ahoy's entire thing is scripted and people love that, so like maybe it does have some sort of a viability option for like a scripted type thing or something that I would write. Little known fact, I used to love to write poetry. And so I thought about making like game-related poems and then reciting them over top of a video for you guys. Write a poem about like Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3 or something like that, or StarCraft 2. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just always trying to, I don't know. The last thing I want to do is become complacent. That just continue the status quo and all will be well. Because when you become complacent, I think the video quality kind of suffers, and I have been guilty of that in the past, where I just sort of get into like a cycle, or not like a cycle, but like a just like a pattern, so to speak, where you just keep doing the same thing over and over, and like at the end of the day, it's not as good as it could be. You know, I have an idea for, I don't know, like, I have an idea that I think would make for very, very good videos, but I can't pull it off alone. It would be a two-part, it would always be a two-part thing, and like, I don't know, like, I don't know how much I want to say, because I think it's a really, really good idea, and whoever does it will have a decent bit of success with the popularity of the videos when it comes to people wanting to watch them. But, I don't know, maybe I can get Colin or Stone to help me out with those. Jay, Blink, somebody. I don't know, we'll see. But like, I'm always trying to think up ideas for you guys to continue my video stuff. Like, I want to expand my channel to give you guys more of a reason to watch the videos. It's not just like, I want it to be more than just, well, he posted a Battlefield video today, that means I'm going to watch a video of his today. Yes. He posted a Call of Duty video, that means I'm going to watch the first one of his videos in months today. Yes. Because like, I don't know, I want to be better than that. I want people to, I don't know, how do I word this? Like, it all really relates back to one of the things I've been most proud about on my channel has ultimately been a very damaging part of my channel with its diversity in game content. But what can you do? That was the road I went down. Maybe some of you guys that are coming up now, maybe you don't want to go down that road. Maybe you want to stick to a very dedicated fan base. Maybe you want to make sure you only have people that are interested in one type of thing. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could, like, I don't know. Maybe it is. I have gaming ADD that one game will not satisfy me for a very long time period because I get burnt out of it and I want to move on to something else or spice it up with other things. So I don't know. Let's see. I think we're up over 56 minutes now, or 50-some minutes. Holy shit! Am I gonna post this all in one video? I think I gotta break this up probably. Maybe I'll edit that part out there. Anyway, I think if I had any advice to give based on what I've learned on YouTube is that at the end of the day, you gotta try to stick to your own integrity. And sometimes it'll get you in trouble, sometimes it won't. And you need to figure out why you want to do this. Why do you want to take on these headaches and pains in the asses to do this? Odds are you're not going to become famous, you're not going to become rich, you're not going to become any, like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, I make a couple dollars from machinima every now and then. Whee! I mean, it's just, but it has to be counterbalanced by the enjoyment that you get out of it. Do you enjoy the process of making the video? Do you enjoy the response to the video like I do? Like, I live off of the response to the video, to what people say about it, to what people tell me about it, to what, you know, that to me is my payoff, my goal. Fuck, I said payoff again. Oh my god, oh god. Anyway, that is what I'm after. Like, I don't know, so many people see this as like, it's only going to be positive stuff, it's going to be so much fun, and some of it is fun. But then you see the guys that go further and like turn it into a business, and they're fucking miserable all the time because all they really care about is their bottom line when it comes to views, and they'll chase after whatever will get them views, and you're going to see that coming up in Battlefield 3 very soon. Yeah, fuck it, I'll go there. When Battlefield 3 releases, if you guys want to try and put your channel into a little place to maybe get some attention of bigger people, here's how you do it. It's going to be similar to what happened with me in Junkyard, but it'll be for far different motives on their behalf. Now, here's what's going to happen, especially when the public beta comes out, and when you're allowed to post footage from that. There's going to be huge YouTubers that are going to post Battlefield 3 content for the only purpose being that they know that will generate them a few $1,000s, because it's going to be fresh, highly sought after content. That the search features of that video of that week or whatever for Battlefield 3 footage is going to be going through the roof. There's going to be people like that from the COD community, from the Halo community, whatever. And they're going to be fucking clueless. Now, the average Battlefield player are going to know a lot more about Battlefield 3 than these people who have stuck their heads in the sand and ignored Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 2 and 2142 and 1943, 1942. They have ignored the entire franchise. At the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about Battlefield. They know that it'll be a big cash cow for a period of a few weeks for them. And they're going to be confused. They're going to have questions. They're going to have concerns. They're going to be... they're going to need all sorts of things answered and shit. And the way they're going to ask, most likely, is going to be on Twitter. They're going to be in a mid-gaming session. They're going to be confused. Like, how the hell does spotting work? How the hell do I deploy my bipod? How the hell do I do whatever? And what you want to do is, if you can be the one answering their questions, like I did Junkyard, maybe you'll get a foot into the door of YouTube. Maybe they'll see you answering their questions, and maybe you'll make a friend. Maybe you'll make a contact. Maybe somebody will get you into one of their videos that will help your channel. Maybe. You know, at the end of the day, that worked for Junkyard and I, and becoming friends with Spoon and M4. Junkyard actually cared about the game, though. He wanted to learn it because he was fascinated by it and wanted something different than Call of Duty. You know, like back then, it wasn't just, I'm going to post Bad Company 2 because my channel is going to make a ton of money from whenever people search for it. That's how it'll be for Battlefield 3, though. So there's going to be a whole lot of COD guys out there that's going to be fucking clueless, and they're going to need the help of the Battlefield community. So if you're a smaller channel, a smaller Battlefield community, follow some of those guys on Twitter. Maybe you don't like them personally. You don't have to. Fuck it. They're going to use you. They're going to use our community, our game, to further their goals. Do the same to them. Follow them on Twitter. Subscribe to them, maybe. At some point, when they can post Battlefield 3 and they can play it openly, they're going to have a lot of questions that's going to need answered. And some of them might be genuine. Some of them are really... Maybe they really want to try Battlefield 3. They want to get away from Call of Duty. Most of them, they're not going to give a fuck. They just know it's going to equal money. So answer questions. You be that busy little beaver on Twitter and answer as best you can. And maybe doors will open for you. Maybe, you know, like it's possible. The motives for those guys will be different than Junkyard's genuine interest, but the end result could very well be the same. Couple that with every time there's a new game that comes out, you set yourself up for a chance to try and quote-unquote catch the wave and ride it. This will be your break. This will be, you know... If you have good Battlefield 3 footage coming out this fall, people will notice there are going to be hundreds of thousands of people searching for Battlefield 3 footage, and more importantly than footage, more importantly, information. That's what the people that leak the alpha don't understand. The people that are leaking alpha, they want views, and some of them think that's going to launch their channels. That's going to get them their foot in the door. But that's not what they want right now. People that are searching for that, they don't give a fuck about who's playing the game. They don't give a fuck about what they're going to be doing and how they're playing or what they're doing or what their channel's about. They just want to see the game. They like, fast forward a few weeks, they're not going to remember who it was that uploaded that video. They're not going to remember who it was that leaked the alpha stuff. They're not going to remember any of that. All they know is what they saw what they wanted to see. But when you get people that come searching on YouTube for information, that is how you get them. When they see this guy knows about this game that I want to know about, they will subscribe in a heartbeat. They will know that you know what you're talking about. They want to know what they're talking about, and they will make the connection and subscribe to your channel. That began to work for me in Bad Company 2. It has helped me out on Black Ops. It has basically been the basis of the entire briefing room / weapon review video series that I do. People want to know things. And when people recognize that somebody knows what they want to know, they're in. They are in. That can be how you get just being knowledgeable about the game can be how you can catch this wave and to try to build up your channel for yourselves. One day, there is somebody that might watch this video right now. He might not have a channel that has videos. He might have 20 subs. He might have 30 subs. But somebody within a year will have twice my subs. One of you guys will do it. I'm just a small fish, you know. Average type player, average type stuff. And one of you guys are going to do something cool, and you're going to have 2-3 times my subscribers in a year. And could it be you? Never know. With that said, I wish the best of luck to you guys. Thank you for listening to my YouTube story. It's been a pretty long video here. We'll see how I divvy it up, so to speak, to upload. And yeah, best of luck to you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, I guess feel free to let them rip in the comments down below. And this has been my YouTube tale / opinion / probably going to get me kicked off of Machinima or something. Whatever. Take care, guys.